Hey guys, it's Michael. Today is Friday, July 24th, 2020, and this is your late in the day update for what is going on with the second stimulus check. In today's video, we're going to go over how on Thursday, Trump spoke about schools reopening and he reverted on his previous stance that all schools should reopen. Then we're going to get into how a number of virus clusters in the US have been traced back to school-related events. And finally, we're going to get into the second stimulus package. New updates here, specifically with unemployment benefits and direct stimulus checks. Earlier today, Mitch McConnell spoke out on the unemployment benefits, and he had good news here with the $600 per week and $2,400 per month payments, because he said we need to make sure that unemployment insurance is continued. But before we get into today's video, if you're interested in staying up to date on what is going on in the world with your money and how to make more money, well then please be sure to like the video down below and subscribe to my channel so you can be notified when new videos come out. Also, don't forget to get $5 when you download the Acorns Investing app, and you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull Investing app using the link down below as well. So let's just jump right into it. On Thursday, Trump spoke about schools reopening and reverted on his previous stance that all schools should reopen, saying that in cities or states that are current hotspots, districts may need to delay reopening for a few weeks, and he says that that is definitely a possibility. At the news conference on Thursday, President Trump talked in more detail than he has in the past about the reopening of schools, and he also announced the new guidance from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention on reopening schools. They released new guidance yesterday. The new guidance emphasizes the critical importance of schools reopening in person. For example, it removed a statement that from what they previously had said that virtual only classes and events are lowest risk. They took this statement out of the guidance. It also provides an update on emerging evidence that children are less likely to become seriously ill from the virus. Administration's officials said reopening schools was critical for children's mental and emotional health and well-being, as well as for allowing parents to get back to work to boost the economy. In order for parents to get back to work, they need to make sure there's some way to take care of their children with child care services. So according to these guidelines and administration officials, schools reopening is good for students because it helps with their mental and emotional health, but it also helps the economy in general because it allows parents to get back to work. Next up, as well, the tone on schools reopening has changed from the CDC guidelines, and what they're now saying, a number of virus clusters in the US have been traced back to school-related events or gatherings of teenagers. In O'Fallon, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis, 19 students from a high school and 2 of their guests tested positive after attending an outdoor graduation ceremony. In Middletown, New Jersey, officials are investigating a cluster of roughly 20 cases in teenagers between 15 and 19 years of age who all got the virus after attending a party. And on top of this, a New York high school, a spike in cases was traced to a drive-in graduation that was then followed by other gatherings. They said that we have identified at this point that there are 27 cases that tie back to this single set of activities. So while there is research that shows that the virus is not as deadly for younger people, the main issue still with schools reopening is that if kids get sick, they could bring the virus home, get their parents and grandparents and other people in their family sick. So it's not just about kids getting sick. Even if it's not as deadly for them, they can still give the virus to other people. Moving on, Stephen Mnuchin told reporters on Thursday that we realize that there are a lot of hard-working Americans who, because of the virus, still won't have jobs, and therefore they will extend the unemployment benefits moving forward. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, Stephen Mnuchin said we are going to extend the benefits on the basis of wage replacement, and they said it's approximately at 70% of wage replacement. However, the pushback on this policy and this thing that Stephen Mnuchin has been talking about is that it is too complicated to implement quickly, and the issue right now is that with these benefits set to expire today, millions of people will have no source of income moving forward. So they need something that can be distributed very quickly, and if they make any changes that are complicated to the system, they're not going to be able to be implemented in time. According to Ernie Tedeschi, who served as an economist under the Obama administration, he said it's too complicated to do this 70% that Steven Mnuchin is talking about. He said you're asking states to overhaul their unemployment benefits system in the middle of a pandemic, and every state has a different system in place. He said these states are already overloaded, getting more unemployment claims than they ever had before. And he said, what happens if a state tries to implement a new system and then they miss payments because of an error in the system? He said it simply can't happen. It wouldn't be good because there are too many things that can go wrong with this, and it would take too long to implement. One Senate Republican aide close to negotiations who spoke anonymously on these unemployment benefits said that a $200 flat payment represented the party's default position right now, with an additional funding included to help states upgrade their unemployment systems. So they said right now, what Steven Mnuchin is saying is 70% of their wages. That is going to average out to be around $200. So what Republicans are thinking is just to do a $200 flat payment. The aide downplayed the odds of the GOP approving a more complicated system other than just $200. He said it's probably not going to happen that they do anything more complicated. They need to keep a flat payment in order to get these payments out quickly and ensure that they get sent out to the right people. Good news, though, is that Mitch McConnell said on Friday earlier today that we need to make sure unemployment insurance payments is continued. They're set to expire today, and he said that there is controversy, however, over whether the provision in the previous measure that allowed people to make more money staying at home than going back to work was a good idea. But that is over now, he said, and that's not going to be their recommendation for this next bill that he is planning on proposing on Monday. But he says, I do think basic unemployment benefits is crucial in the next round, and they need to make sure to continue these. So this is good news moving forward. On the other side, Democrats are not happy that Mitch McConnell and Republicans have not proposed a bill yet. So anyways, that's just a quick update on what is going on in the world late in the day today on Friday, July 24th, 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, you can get $5 when you download the Acorns Investing app, and you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull Investing app using the link down below. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.